Tribe is at the Trop, and Grady Sizemore is back in the lineup for the American League's top team. The Tribe invades Tampa, and we have a potential gem of a pitching matchup. Josh Tomlin will try to become the Major League's second 7-game winner, and he takes on 2010 Cy Young runner-up David Price, who beat the Indians just earlier this month. We'll have every pitch next, so don't get your feathers ruffled. It's straight ahead on Sports Time Ohio. For the first time this year, the Indians will play on artificial grass as we move the party indoors to Tropicana Field here in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's the first of three between the Tribe and the Tampa Bay Rays. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. The Indians and the Tampa Bay Rays both been playing good baseball this season. Both of them, though, come in having lost their last two straight. Indians still have a 6-game lead in the AL Central. Tampa currently sits in third place, just a game and a half out of first in the AL East, but only 4 games separates first from last in their division. Good news for the Indians, Rick. Grady Sizemore back in the lineup.
Well, it is a nice thing, and because of his knee injury and you are playing on turf, he will only DH, at least in this series. We'll see what happens down the road, but it's nice to get his bat back in the lineup. Grady's going to be hitting 6th tonight. You got to go back to 2005 since the last time he hit in the number 6 hole.
All right, now the Indians have had a lot of success in series openers on the year. Is there anything you can point to as why they've been so good getting game one?
Well, they've been scoring a lot of runs. They've been pitching well. It's been a great combination of just about everything. When you look at last season, 2-15 through their first 17 series. You don't have a chance when you lose that first game. They're 13-4 this year. They had a chance even in their last series against Boston, although they didn't win that series. They lost their last 2. But it gives you the opportunity to win 1 out of 2, and then you win the series. They've been playing solid. They have their work cut out for them tonight.
Yes, because David Price is on the hill for Tampa, and Josh Tomlin is going for the Indians. Now, the Indians' pitching has been tremendous, and it seems like every time we turn around, it's another 5-star pitching matchup.
Well, this guy, I love Josh Tomlin. He's gone out there every start and just moved the ball in and out in great control and made it look easy. It'll be his second start against the Rays this year.
Tonight's pitching matchup brought to you by the Jeep brand. We don't just make SUVs, we make history.
And he'll be matched up against a tough customer in David Price. In his last start, he dominated the Indians. He threw 112 pitches. 92 of them, or 92% were fastballs. So he was 102 fastballs. He was dominating, moving the ball in and out. And if he's on top of his game and had control like he did, it's going to be a tough night for Indians hitters.
David Price finally turning into the ace of the staff that the Tampa Bay Rays envisioned when they drafted him. Indians and the Rays, it's coming up next here on Sports Time Ohio, but stay tuned. First, we've got more Indians on deck straight ahead.
Be proud of your name, because your name is what makes you unique. And nobody can take that away from you. There is only one you. Like
warm-up tosses as we get ready for baseball. The Indians and the Rays opening up a 3-game series here on a Friday night. Glad you could join us and spend part of your Memorial Day weekend with us. For David Price, when he finished second in the American League in Cy Young voting the year before, standards are set pretty high. His last 2 starts have not been quite what we expected out of Price over his career. You can see his first 8, solid, 5-3, 3-1-2. Got on a roll there where he was pitching very well. Last 2, not so much, against the Yankees and against the Florida Marlins. We caught up with his pitching coach, Jim Hickey, and asked him about Price's last 2 starts.
Well, the 2 games where David really wasn't David Price, the expectations have become so high that when he allows more than 2 or 3 runs or 4 or 5 hits, all of a sudden it becomes a concern. I really think that the travel and kind of non-uniformity, non-routine was a factor in both those days. Not to make excuses, because David wouldn't want me to either. But, he gives up a home run late on an 0-2 pitch that makes it a 5-run ball game. Not a 5-run ball game, but, he had allowed 5 runs in the game. Otherwise, it's a pretty solid ball game. But I would expect to see the normal David Price, the David Price that we all come, to know and to expect, and they pitch deep into the game and give us a real good chance to win.
In other words, no worries. We are 3 minutes, 15 seconds away from the first pitch. Price usually pretty late finishing up his warm-ups. He is still going in the Rays bullpen, and we're getting ready for baseball. It's going to be Dwayne Stats and Brian Anderson with all the action in high definition. Enjoy, everybody.
Brought to you by AutoWay, part of Auto Nation, the largest automotive retailer in the country. So we can do big things. By Tires Plus. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus. By AT&T. And by Toyota. Moving forward. Tonight at Tropicana Field, the Rays take on the Cleveland Indians. The Rays running 3rd in the American League East. A game and a half out of first. The Cleveland Indians are in first place in the American League Central, a full 6 games ahead of the Detroit Tigers. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for Cleveland. With Michael Brantley leading off, he's at center, and Orlando Cabrera hit second, playing second base in front of Asdrubal Cabrera, hitting .306 with power. Shelley Duncan had left, the cleanup hitter. Matt Laporta is at first. Grady Sizemore just off the DL. He is the DH. Carlos Santana will catch. Austin Kearns in right field, and Jack Hanahan at third base, hitting ninth.
Now making the start tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays is left-hander David Price. It will be his 11th start of the season, looking to erase a couple of subpar outings he's coming off of. Those are the season numbers 5-4 record, 3.89 earned run average. And doing a nice job with the command. How about that strikeout to walk ratio? 5-1. Opponents hitting 244. Now let's take a look at the Tampa Bay defense tonight as it lines up left to right in the outfield. Sam Fuld, B.J. Upton, and Matt Joyce. Across the infield, third to first, Evan Longoria, Sean Rodriguez, Ben Zobrist, and Casey Kochman. John Jaso behind the dish.
Well, Joe Maddon now in his 6th year as the skipper of the Rays, and he's looking for his club to start winning at home, and sooner rather than later. Coming in, the Rays are 11-13 at home, and over the past few years during Maddon's tenure here, this has been a great place for the Rays to play. He's got to get them back to that spot to make a move in the American League East. And there's Manny Acta, the skipper of the Cleveland Indians. He's already penciled in to go to the All-Star game. Ron Washington, who will be managing the American League, has asked Manny Acta of the Indians and John Farrell, the rookie manager of the Blue Jays, to be a part of his coaching staff. We are all set to play baseball. Michael Brantley in there, and the first pitch is a strike call. Fastball in around 93. So we're underway tonight to open this homestand. 72 comfortable degrees here at Tropicana Field. That's a fair ball to third, backhanded by Longoria. Evan makes the play, and that is out number 1.
It'll be interesting to see the tack that David Price takes tonight. He went on that run a few starts ago, pitching deep into ball games, into the 8th, 9th inning, relying primarily on an overpowering fastball. He had the good fastball working, was really attacking well with it. His last start, just trying to get through the start against the Florida Marlins, really looked out of sync.
First pitch to Orlando Cabrera is outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
See how crisp the stuff is early.
It's down 2-0, and you know better than most, pitchers go out there and there are just a handful of times when they have great stuff and a handful of times when they have very little, and there are times when you're just going to have to battle your way through, and I think that's where Price was the last time out.
Well, I think what makes him such a dominant pitcher also is he was able to battle through, and I thought it was one of the starts where he had nothing. I mean, he didn't have the good fastball. The mechanics seemed to be out of sync, out of rhythm. You know, the home run that he gave up to Hanley Ramirez coming off back-to-back changeups, he was really slowing his motion up. You know, it was a start where he really didn't take a whole lot out there and still pitched deep, you know, 6 2/3.
High with this pitch. Fastball, and the count is full. 107 pitches against the Marlins. 6 2/3, 5 runs, 6 hits.
You know, most guys relative to their stuff take out what David Price took out in that start, and they're going 3 1/3 and giving up 6 or 7.
Cabrera fouls it, take a piece of it to stay alive. Yeah, you know, despite all that, Jim Hickey made the point that it was still a very close game. Cabrera draws the walk, and so he goes to first, and a little question in David Price's mind about location.
Absolutely, that was a backdoor cutter that was all over the plate.
Oh man,
all over the plate. Look at this. I mean, where do you want it? You know, that could be one of those situations where Larry Vanover, looking over the shoulder at John Jaso, sees that, you know, the catcher's mitt dip down after catching that ball, and Price doesn't get the benefit of the call. It was a strike.
It was Drupal Cabrera, and he offered it that one. That's a strike. So Cabrera now at 306 with his 10 home runs. He had 5 home runs in April. He has 5 in May. He drove in 17 runs in April. He has 17 in May. 1-1 the count. first. You look at Asdrubal Cabrera's numbers as a shortstop, the offense.
Hey, I don't know of too many other categories you can put up there that are meaningful.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And doing it as a switch hitter and then putting up the power numbers. You know, we talked in the open. He had a career high 6 home runs. Now through 47 games, he has 10. Got 3 hitting right-handed, 7 hitting left-handed. So he does have a little pop from both sides.
Back in is Orlando Cabrera at first. There's Asdrubal Cabrera up there with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes, and he missed 2 months of last year. Played in 97 games. He had the broken left forearm that cost him a couple months. Over to first. Cabrera's back in. One on, one out. Fastball close. 96, and it's 2-2.
David Price coming up and in. Not a bad move. Right now, the Indians' best hitter in the number 3 hole. You're ahead in the count. Serve a little notice that the plate is mine.
Swing and a miss. He overpowered him upstairs with that fastball. 2 gone.
And you see David Price with the good velocity. He just got done throwing up and in. Now he goes up and away. And Cabrera not able to catch up to it. That is just straight power on power. Pitcher wins.
Two gone. Shelley Duncan in the cleanup spot. Hitting .233 overall, .300 against left-handed pitching. And that's his primary duties, that and pitch hitting. 1 ball and no strikes to count. One and one. Cut there by Duncan.
Had a real uppercut swing to it. Well, that's the kind of, you see that swing. If he's going to stick with that, you stick with the hard stuff away if you're out on the mound and you have the velocity of David Price.
Close right there. It's now 2-1.
Well, here, David Price in a 1-1 count more than likely is looking to go in there for a strike, but Shelley Duncan will still remember that pitch. It still serves a purpose.
Fouls this one back. Another fastball. It's 2-2. Cleveland in with a record of 30 wins and 17 losses. They've been very, very good at home. 19-6, and they've broken even on the road. Winning 11 and losing 11. Ground ball toward the middle. Right there is Zobrist, and he makes the play to retire the side. They shaded Zobrist toward the bag at second for Duncan. We go to the bottom half of the first. No score. on a Friday night. Entertaining the Cleveland Indians, and the Rays lineup features John Jaso leading off. Ben Zobrist hitting second, of the DH is Johnny Damon. Evan Longoria, Matt Joyce, and B.J. Upton down the middle. Casey Kotzman, Sean Rodriguez, and Sam Fole, 7, 8, and 9 hitters.
Well, making the start for the Cleveland Indians, right-hander Josh Tomlin will be his 10th start of the season. Tied for the American League lead with 6 wins, 6-1 record, 2.41 earned run average. All the numbers outstanding. Will give up the long ball most of the time. Nobody on base. A lot of solo shots.
Here's Jaso. And the first pitch, and he looks at that one for a strike. The Rays face Tomlin on the 10th up in Cleveland. Quickly jumps ahead of Jaso. 2 strikes.
Go, Johnny!
It's too high. The Rays have used a half dozen different hitters in that leadoff spot. Jaso hits it on the ground, and it deflects off the mitt of Laporta into short right field for a base hit. Jaso's aboard to start this game.
Well, here's Laporta going for the dive. Just good effort, just off the glove. It gets behind him, and Jaso starts out the Rays half of the first inning with a base hit.
Well, it's made a big difference when the Rays can get that leadoff guy on consistently, and that's what Sam Fole brought to this team when he got red hot and was getting on base from the leadoff spot. Pitch to Zobrist is down and away.
You have that little segment of time where the leadoff spot productive, the entire Rays rest of their lineup, the dynamics of it changed, and it became super productive. And as that started to tail off again, you see the offense go into another rut.
Pitch is down, 2-0. Well, when you look at all the leadoff men the Rays have had, 6 overall, and when Fole was hot and leading off, they were 24 and 14. In fact, they were 1-8 when he had that 4-hit game against the Red Sox in Boston. Hit the home run around the pesky pole, and that started the Rays' comeback after that slow start. And with him getting on base in the leadoff spot, overall, they went 24 and 14. With everybody else, they went 2-9. Well, it just shows you, if they have somebody getting on base most of the time, and you're not going to have a guy hit 360 out of that spot, but how important it is and enable the club to come back.
Well, what it does is it allows your offense to get creative. It allows you to put runners in motion, to put plays on, hit and run, steal some bags. You can put pressure on the opposing pitcher, the opposing defense when you're getting the top of the order, the leadoff guys on as you swing down through the lineup. Because what this lineup is not going to do, if the leadoff spot, the number 2 hole is not productive, they're not just going to sit back 3, 4, and 5 and just power you and just slam you, hit home runs and score runs that way. They need to create and manufacture runs, and that starts with the top of the order.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to Zobrist. Shoots it into left field. Duncan backs up to make the catch, and Jaso retreats to first base.
Well, let's take a look at the Indian defense tonight for Josh Tomlin. Left to right in the outfield, Shelley Duncan, Michael Brantley, and Austin Kearns. Across the infield, third to first, Jack Hanahan, Asdrubal Cabrera, Orlando Cabrera, and Matt Laporta, Carlos Santana catching.
Johnny Damon will be the hitter. Manny Acta. One ball, no strikes. Jaso back in at first. Well, with that leadoff conversation, that's one spot the Rays might be able, if they decide. And we had questions the other day at the end of that Detroit series and that website Wednesday asking about Desmond Jennings, and we have no idea what they're thinking. But Desmond Jennings, when you look at his numbers, that might be one guy who could make a difference. Now you're going to put a lot of pressure on him, and we touched on that the other day, just to bring him up and say, here, you lead off,
right? And
maybe the season's riding on you. Well, you don't want to do that because it's unfair to him. But that aside, he might be eventually a guy, even if he gets here and he hits ninth for a while, he might eventually be a guy who could pop into that spot and give the Rays a little better of an on-base percentage. A guy who might drive in a run or two, certainly could steal a base or two.
Well, it's certainly worthy of discussion, and the whole reason being is because it's like a tale of two seasons. When the leadoff spot has been productive, the entire lineup shapes up differently and was very productive. When the leadoff spot is giving you nothing, well, then it's hard to manufacture and score runs. And we've seen that at the beginning of the season, and we've seen this in the most recent stretch of 10-11 games.
Ground ball down to first. Laporta scoops, goes to second, one. Back to first. That's not in time. Tomlin covering. But Damon reaches on a fielder's choice. Jason's the second out. And Evan Longoria is on his way to the plate. Here's the attempt at turning two. A little late at first.
Well, Johnny Damon always hustling out of the box. It doesn't matter, especially when he's got a chance to get doubled up. Look at him. He's already at full speed. Hustling, beats it. And you buy yourself an extra out there, and who knows, maybe Evan Longoria loses one.
Well, here's Longoria, and with the club struggling to score runs, you just have to believe that he's put a little more pressure on himself.
Well, there's no question, especially right in the middle of that lineup, coming back after the injury, looking to contribute, help this Rays ball club. Right now, he's just getting booked. In other words, people are pitching him hard up and in, and then low and away, little wrinkles, spinning something away from him. And right now, he's just
a strike.
Has not made the adjustment. You see the 160 average on the road. Yeah, just one RBI.
One strike the count with a runner at first and two gone. Nothing but two.
And that's the one when he's going good, he doesn't miss that pitch. Tomlin wants a fastball in. That ended up belt right down the middle. This is right down Broadway. When he's going good, it's 2-0 Rays.
The 0-2. Lifts a fly ball into right. Kearns waiting and makes the catch. No runs, one hit, one left. We're through one, no score. This one's in here for a strike. 1-1. Laporta, Sizemore, and Santana. The pitch is outside. 2-1. I'm telling you, the booth is not big enough for two left-handers. we just had Jamie Moyer drop in here. And it's a sneak attack.
And I was busy trying to talk strategy for the fourth comeback. So just leave me alone for a minute.
There you go, 2-2. Jamie, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? It's good. You know, two lefties here. I mean, with BA here, it's tough. I am. Well, overmatched. Yeah, well, they do in their own way. Yeah. Yeah, in a way that a right-hander really doesn't figure. Yeah, so you look great. Feeling good? When you can start pitching again?
That's awesome.
How great is that?
That is.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back as a sidearm reliever down low.
Can I represent you two guys? It's about time we made some money here. Yeah, we do. I'll tell you. Two clubs and these guys. Contrast in style with Price and Tomlin.
I mean, that's what's fun to watch. Is you got the power of Price, you got the finesse of Tomlin, the way they move the ball around, and then both of these guys don't walk anybody. No extra base runners. Make them earn it.
Oh, there's strike three call right there. We're going to check in with Todd. Give us a little chance to visit here. Todd, take it away.
Dwayne. Well, Grady Sizemore walking to the plate, and he's a guy that has been on the DL more than he would like this year. Started the season on the DL back on April 17th. Then again on May against the Rays. This game, May 10th, you can see him jam that knee, that right knee, and he would go on the DL after the game on May 10th as well. So he's back tonight, hitting 6 for the first time this year. And the other thing he's doing for the first time is DHing, and he better get used to it because before the game, Manny Acta said, here on the turf at Tropicana Field, he won't play in the outfield, and their next road trip, or on this road trip, their next city is Toronto, and he said maybe a game in the outfield in Toronto. So on this turf, Grady Sizemore relegated mostly to DH, guys.
Yeah, it's been a long road for him, and frustrating for him to go back on the DL, and just off now. Pitch is a strike at the knees, so the count is 1-1. First game of this 3-game series. The Rays and the Indians. There's a strike. 1-2. Sizemore's out on strikes. Price at 96 with that fastball. Strikeout number 3 for David Price. 2 up and 2 down. And here's that strikeout pitch at 96. A little bit more like David Price. It's Carlos Santana. 2 up. Santana at a 203. The pitch is a strike. Yeah, there are left-handers everywhere in the booth and on the mound. That looked pretty good right there.
Well, where would you want it? Good velocity. It looked like it caught the inside corner. That's a good pitch.
Oh my.
I think we just determined he's not going to give that pitch because that was in the same exact spot. Watch this cover up too. Wow.
That runs the count to 2-1. You got Laporta looking. Sizemore swinging. And there's a strike. Take the count to 2-2. A breaking ball that caught the zone.
Well, there's really nothing you can do with this pitch. 2-1 breaking ball that starts off the plate. Ends up.
Oh, a ground ball by the bag at third. Up the left field line. Back toward the corner. Pulled a good job of playing the carom, and the throw is not going to be a time at second base. A double for Santana, who has himself the first hit of the night for Cleveland here. 2 outs in the second inning.
Well, Carlos Santana able to turn on one. Get it just inside, right here, just inside the bag. Out of the reach of the diving Evan Longoria, but Sam Fuld, the quick release. Makes a play of
it. So now with 2 outs, the Indians have a man in scoring position. And Austin Kearns takes a strike.
Well, and the Indians are the best in Major League Baseball batting average with runners in scoring position, right around 316. So they've been getting it done in the clutch.
Hopper first base side, headed toward the stands. Kochman over, but it's well out of play. Well, the Indians, the only team other than the Yankees averaging as many as 5 runs a game. They're right at 5 runs, and the Yankees a shade over. The only 2 teams not only in the American League, but the major leagues for that matter. Two strikes now, the count to Kearns. And a pitch that is in there for a strike 3 call. He strikes out the side, actually struck out 4 hitters in that inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Matt Joyce is going to lead it off, and we have no score.
Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida.
There's Matt Joyce leading the majors in hitting at 367. Pitch is away. 1 ball, no strikes. Joyce Upton and then Kochman. Down. Bautista has a hit tonight. Joyce has opened a pretty good lead. So Jose Bautista hitting 347. And Matt at 367 right now. A 2-1 count. Pitch finds the strike zone. It's 2-2.
Go, Matt. You got this one, buddy.
That's a base hit. Again off the mitt of Laporta, this time deflecting into the bullpen. And Joyce will get a double. Two-base hit number 13 for Matt Joyce, and he just continues to swing a great bat.
Well, right now the game plan for the Rays, get Matt Laporta off his feet, get him to dive. Another one not able to come up with. Pitch here, catches some plate. Our checkers double of the game. Laporta with the dive again off the glove, but this one he knocks down in towards the Rays bullpen, and that's what allows Matt Joyce to hustle into second base with the leadoff double.
Boy, Joyce has hit everywhere, but especially here at home. Came in hitting over 400. First pitch to B.J. Upton is a strike. In fact, that hit gives Matt Joyce 29 out of his last 59 at home. It's just a base hit away from 500 over a goodly number of at-bats. 1-1.
Well, it's just a testament in his ability and willingness to hit the ball all over the place, not to just stick with trying to be a pull hitter with some power, but his willingness to shoot the ball the other way, hit it back up the middle. If you get a mistake, been quick enough to be able to turn on it. That's how you put up those gaudy numbers.
Cut the miss. Well, there's the new and major league leading Matt Joyce as to where his hits have gone.
Well, and you don't have to have them evenly sparsed out. You get enough to left, keep pitchers honest. They know that they can't just pitch you away, so now you're going to get your pitches in, and when those pitches become mistakes, he hasn't missed them. But you go the other way enough.
And strike 3 called on B.J. Upton.
I'll tell you what, this David Price wants that pitch. Good fastball here by Tomlin, well placed. Watch this track right down the inside corner. That is perfect placement.
Price says, I thought I did that a couple times.
He did. Two to be exact, back to back.
Now Kochman. Casey's in there at 349. Pitch is down a bit. Ball, no strikes. Kochman with a chance to put the Rays out in front. As far as Tomlin's concerned, it really doesn't make much difference whether there's a left-handed hitter or a right-handed hitter up there. They're hitting about the same. Right-handers 183 and left-handers 182 against them. It's an eye on Joyce. Joyce on that last pitch had extended his lead a little bit, and actually with his secondary lead was playing it fairly aggressive off second base. Ball, no strikes. And a high fly ball back into right. That's got some carry, and it's gone. Kochman hits one out, and the Rays take a 2-0 lead. Casey Kochman unloads on a 1-0 pitch and belts his second home run of the year. A towering fly ball that just kept going. Kearns went back a couple steps from the wall and realized that he had no chance. That ball gone.
Well, it was a changeup that stayed thigh high, middle of the plate. You see Kochman not fooled at all, stays right on it, and he knew it was gone. Solid contact. He hit it high. He hit it deep.
Here's Sean Rodriguez taking a pitch down. So Casey Kochman with a long one, and the Rays lead 2-0. This one off the end of the bat.
Well, you want a guy to be out in front on your changeup. Look at Kochman. Just a touch out in front. He kept the hands back. Nailed it.
It's outside. 2-1. Right back into the screen. 2-2. Casey's first home run was on the road in Minnesota back at the end of April. Hit it off Nick Blackburn. Hit a fastball out to right field. And here tonight, the change that got into the seats and right check swing on the breaking ball, and it's fouled. Curveball. 2-2 to Sean Rodriguez. Sharply hit. Grabbed by the shortstop Cabrera. Throw to first. Not in time. Cabrera had to move to his left and with that arm outstretched made the stop. And that gave Rodriguez enough time to get in there.
Well, he had to throw across his body from one knee. When you're not able to jump up, and Sean Rodriguez was hustling. That is all arm from the knee. Just not enough to beat Rodriguez.
Sam hitting .224. Toward the left field line, Duncan on the move. He can't get there, but the ball is foul. Boy, Duncan had trouble moving toward the foul line on that one.
Yeah, did not. That's what they had him played. Shallow. Shelly Duncan just not able to get over there in time. I mean, this is a ball that could have been an easy out for the Indians. Just not able to get there. Pulls up, and lucky that ball didn't end up fair. See how close it was, a couple feet.
Over to first. Rodriguez back in. Two runs home. And at first with one out. Cole fouls it. The Rays collected 3 runs, 6 hits in 6 innings plus off Tomlin up in Cleveland. Indians eventually won that game 5-4 with a run in the bottom of the 9th. Bull takes it wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Couple of home runs, 18 runs batted in. Pitch is inside, snap throw to first. Tag. You know, Rodriguez down at first now. It appears that he's going to get a chance to play more than he has recently, and even against some right-handed pitching. which is something he's been wanting to get a chance to do.
Ask.
And I think Joe Madden is of a mind to do that now.
Hey, ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
Now what are you going to do with it?
Count still 2-2 to full.
Sean Rodriguez, hey, he's a young guy who wants to be an everyday player. You do the math. There's a lot more right-handed starting pitchers than left-handed, so if you want to play every day, you're going to have to hit righties, and then you'll get your opportunity. If not, you play a couple times a week at best.
It's upstairs. Full count. Well, all you can ask for is an opportunity. And if you get that, you cash in, great things can happen.
Go, Sammy! Go, Sammy!
There goes the runner, and the pitch is shot down the right field line. That might get out of here. Gone! A home run for Sam Fuld. Fuld hits his third home run. Pulled it down the line and got it up into the seats, and the Rays lead 4-0. Rays getting some pop from the lower part of the order here the first time through.
Mislocation. This ball middle in and down, and you see the quick stroke of Sam Fuld, and he caught it clean. Quick hand, solid contact. The ball will go, and he hit it perfectly, and the Rays extend that lead out to 4.
His 19th and 20th runs batted into the year. Fuld hit his first home run in Boston, then hit one against the Yankees here on the last homestand. Has just hit home run number 3. Got it fair down the right field line. 1-0 the count to Jaso. Still just one out.
See here why it's so important for Josh Tomlin to hit his spots. He doesn't have overpowering stuff. And if you're going to miss location, it's going to come back and bite you, and it has here through the first 2 innings.
Up the left field line, and Duncan after this one gets there. Can't hold it as he went into a slide. Jaso heads for second, and he is out at second base. Cabrera. Orlando Cabrera puts the tag on him as Duncan could not make that play. Got his glove on it, couldn't hold it, and still had time to throw out Jaso at second base.
Well, Shelley Duncan stuck with the play, the pop-up. He's got to run to get there. He goes into the slide. Well, that's what happened. He kind of slid. He left his feet by the time he landed. Your head's bouncing around. Wasn't able to squeeze it, but to his credit, he got up quickly, made a nice throw into second base, and nailed Jaso going for 2.
The strike to Zobrist. Another look at that.
And that ball ended up right back to him. Got rid of it quickly.
This one breaks in there for strike 2 call. But Jaso's going to get a hit out of that. His second of the night. The Rays have collected 6 hits. And a breaking ball swung on and missed. Santana's going to have to go down to first to complete the strikeout. Rays are finished, but they score 4. 2 coming on the home run by Casey Kotchman, and 2 more coming on the home run by Sam Fuld. 4 runs. And it's 4-0 as we go to the third. Hodgman and Fold belting home runs. And the pitch to Jack Hanahan is a strike to open the third.
Well, David Price now just go to attacking. It's what you've been doing through the first 2 innings. You get that big 4-run outburst. First of all, you want to come out and make sure you really shut down the Cleveland Indians in this inning, allow that offense to go back to work. But more importantly, just keep pitching, follow the game plan.
Yeah, they really pushed Tomlin. He made over 30 pitches in the second inning. So get him out there on the mound again as quickly as you can.
Absolutely. A couple of pitches at mislocation cost him 4 runs.
And fouls it. Count is still a ball, 2 strikes. Check in with Todd Callis.
Sunday, Dwayne, the first 10,000 kids 14 and under get the Sam Fold superhero cape. And there you see the guys before the game seeing if they would have some superpowers by wearing it. Matt Joyce, of course, had that double last inning, and Johnny Damon beat out a double play ground ball. He had it on as well. Adam Russell showing that you can use it in multi-purposes. It works as a bib as well if you're eating some crabs and don't want to spill any of the dinner on you. So there you go, guys. Super Sam Fold superhero capes coming up Sunday to the first 10,000 kids, but Rays players enjoy them as well.
Well, and to start this weekend, Super Sam has been just that, super, with a home run his first time up.
Yeah, and by the way, it works as a bib if you're 6'8".
Yeah. Otherwise, you tie 2 of them together if you're not 6'8", they're moo-moos. 2 strikes the count.
I'm not sure what that is, but it just sounds like something should be funny.
It's a liner caught by Fold in left. Super Sam on the spot again. Sinking line drive. Brantley's out of there.
The sense of timing. Sam Fold, a nice job of clearing himself on the slide and scooping that ball right off the turf. Boy, that's nicely done.
And he did it without a cape. They're not available until Sunday.
Well, in anticipation, he's getting it done. Offensively and defensively.
Now Orlando Cabrera. And he lifts a fly ball to right. Joyce is there waiting. Routine. 1, 2, 3. Go the Indians. Bottom of the third coming. 4-0 Rays. 4-0. The Rays out in front.
David Price had that inning you were talking about.
9 pitches.
9 pitches. Get the offense.
Rays bats right back at it. Here's Johnny Damon. He takes a strike. The Rays have 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 home runs in the second inning. A ball and a strike. Now the Rays have dropped 2 straight, and the Indians coming into this game have dropped 2 in a row. The Red Sox scored 14 runs against them Wednesday.
And then how about took a short little trip up to Detroit for an afternoon game on Thursday and put 14 on the Tigers.
Yep. Damon fouling one back. When we mentioned that only the Yankees and the Indians are averaging 5 runs a game, but the Red Sox appear to be on their way to averaging 5 runs a game. In fact, they've scored more runs total than the Indians. There's a base hit up the middle. Center fielder Brantley makes the pickup. Damon is aboard.
Well, tomorrow, one of the greatest sporting events in the world comes to Fox as Leo Messi and Barcelona battle Wayne Rooney and Manchester United at historic Wembley Stadium. Don't miss 2 of soccer's greatest teams collide in the UEFA Champions League final tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific in high definition, only on Fox. And there will be constant, because of the Rays game at 4 o'clock, there will be constant updates as long as that game is still in progress. For all you people that I know out there, cannot wait. Have to tune into the Rays.
Yeah.
Well, you're doggone right.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a really good chance for the first 3 innings tomorrow, I'll be pretty quiet.
Impossible.
That was good.
And the foul ball.
Touche, Dwayne. Touche.
Yes, I don't believe you. 2 strikes the count to Evan Longoria with Damon at first. Have you handicapped that game yet? Manchester United.
Manchester United +1.
All right.
+1.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And they're going to do it in regulation.
Okay. You heard it first right here. 1-2 the count to Evan. Joyce will be next. Down and away. 2-2. You know, we're talking about the Red Sox. They're averaging not quite 4.9 runs a game right now. And in total runs, they're second in the league, and the Indians are third in the league in runs scored. Longoria lifts the fly ball into right. Kearns toward the line is there to make the catch. So 1 away here with Damon still at first.
Well, they continue to attack Evan Longoria the same way. Tomlin going away with the breaking stuff, and it's not exactly high quality breaking stuff. The 2 that he's seen have been elevated, and he's just popping them up weakly to right. Look at this pitch all over the plate, gets underneath it. It's a little cutter, little slider. It was a more of an aggressive swing, but you can see Longoria disgusted with himself right now.
Matt Joyce fouling one back. It's a strike. It's been a difficult run here for Evan Longoria. 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of balls lifted toward right field.
This game is hard enough. It's hard enough to hit, and I'm sure Evan's thinking, I'm getting some pitches that are out over the plate without plus stuff. You know, a little 84-mile-an-hour cutter, small slider that he popped up. At first at bat, he swung through a fastball that was middle belt. And those are pitches that he normally just hammers.
Well, it really underscores how tough it is to hit. Here's one of the top hitters in baseball in Longoria. Great young hitters. He's 4 for his last 31 right now. So it happens to the best of them, and he is one of the best. So when they talk about the game and how it can humble you, I don't care how good you are. I mean, these things occur. Johnny Damon back in.
That's what is so difficult, whether it's as a pitcher or as a hitter, is just to continue to believe in the plan, believe in your mechanics, trust your, whatever the keys to your swing are, put the extra work in, and know that you're going to come out of it. The hardest part, a lot of times, becomes mental.
Do it too, yeah. And you've got to just keep telling yourself that, in his case, with each pop to short right field, you want it back closer to coming out of it, because he's going to come out and just explode and produce the way he has in the past. But you've got to have that stick-to-itiveness, and most of these guys have that. They wouldn't be here in the first place if they didn't.
Right. Yeah, and you just cannot allow that doubt to creep in.
Line drive, and there's a base hit for Joyce. Down to second base goes Damon. So that gives Matt 30 of his last 60 at home. 2 for 2 tonight.
He's not missing mistakes. Here's another mistake by Tomlin. Look at this change up, and look where it's at. Is it away? Yes, but it's belt high, and that's why Matt Joyce can reach out there and be strong enough to get on top of it and pull it, hit it hard enough to get it out into right field. We've seen more mistakes by Tomlin in the first 3 innings tonight than he's maybe thrown all year, the way that he's pitched.
The Rays with 2 men on, 1 out. See what B.J. Upton can do. One ball, no strikes. Pitch moving away from him. It's foul back. Four 8-0 for the Rays tonight. 0-1-0 for Cleveland. Bottom half of inning 3. DJ takes it for a ball, 2-1. And you're right about Tomlin. Here's a guy who's missing his spots and leaving some pitches up tonight. He made 9 starts, and all of them had been quality starts, coming into his 10th start of the year tonight.
Well, his worst start of the year coming into this one was his last start against the Rays. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. Yeah. That was his worst start. Pretty good beginning of the year.
BJ swings and misses. It's 2-2.
A little disappearing slider. Watch BJ swing right up and over top of this. Late break.
BJ was called out on strikes in the second. One of 2 strikeouts posted by Tomlin in that inning. But the Rays scored 4 runs on 5 hits in the second. Trying to add more in the third. Down and away. So the count is full. Indians out to this 30-17 start. It's their best start since 07, when they had the same record at this point. And BJ is out on strikes. BJ was headed to first. Called out by Larry Vanover.
Well, Vanover has the late strike call. Here's the pitch. Little slider. Looks like it was just off the plate. This will give you a good look on Foxmo. And on a full count, that's very close. You don't even want to put that in the umpire's hand. You try to foul that pitch off. It was a very good pitch, but too close to take, and Vanover calls strike 3.
Now Casey Kochman. Casey homered his first time. That pitch is a strike. But that's a great point you make. And you know, you see a lot of hitters, they're very particular about what they're going to swing at or what they won't, but it does get to a point where if you can extend the at bat just by fouling off pitches, then the percentages start to swing in your favor. And I think Adrian Gonzalez of the Red Sox does that better than anybody, and we've started to see him now hit his stride with Boston, and he's part of their resurgence.
Well, what do we know about tonight's game so far with Larry Vanover? We know that the strike zone has been inconsistent. That's what we know.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
With that being the case on a full count close pitch, if you put it in his hands, was BJ right? Yes, it was ball 4. But with an inconsistent strike zone, you leave it up to the umpire. Well, sometimes that happens.
Yeah, and you've got to be able, you know, they talk about being a game of adjustments. Well, you have to adjust from one plate umpire to the next on the most basic level. Ground ball down to first, and Kochman is out. The Rays leave a couple, no runs, 2 hits. Through 3, 4-0 Tampa Bay. Nothing. The Rays lead. Cleveland will have Asdrubal Cabrera to lead it off, then Duncan and Laporta. It's time for our AT&T trivia question of the night. Who are the 4 charter members of the American League to play continuously in one city? There are 4 of them. Who would they be? Here's Cabrera. The first pitch is a strike. Cabrera overpowered his first time by Price, who got him on a fastball up. 0-2. You know, you're absolutely right about you know, on a night when an umpire is consistent, they're going to have nights like that, and you know, it's been difficult to establish a trend for balls and strikes tonight, and we saw in the second inning, Price really struck out 4 guys in that inning. He had Santana struck out before he doubled up the left field line, and then he struck out Kearns. But there were pitches then, and there were a couple of pitches earlier, and so sometimes, you know, they're human beings. They're gonna miss a pitch, and And so it's just one of those things. How about this? Oh, my. Be careful.
And Larry Vanover throwing that ball back. David Price not even looking. But you're right. I mean, it's one of those games where if you want to take a pitch that's close, go right ahead.
Do it at your own peril.
That's right. Do not be surprised by whatever call you get.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Because you're right. There's no rhyme or reason to what is being called right now.
Foul up the right side, out of play.
And on top of that, he quick pitched Price.
Yeah, he brushed it back. He's throwing at the pitcher.
Kick himself out.
Yeah, he ought to at least give himself a warning. 1-2. Ooh, that's a good pitch. Strike call. And now Cabrera is upset.
Oh, that's what it is.
We got hitters upset. We have pitchers upset.
Yeah, because no one knows where is the safe spot. One time this isn't a strike on me. This time it is. Now that's all you want is the consistency. Whether you're a pitcher or a hitter, you may not like the zone, but if it's called consistently, and that's a good pitch there by David Price. If it's called consistently, you can live with it. It's the guessing game. That's a ball, 1 pitch. The next time he goes there, it's a strike. It's the not knowing that drives you crazy on both sides.
Strike to Shelley Duncan. Yeah, so pretty soon these hitters are going to just be up there swinging at everything.
Oh, yeah, and you may see some guys get run out of here.
Yeah. The pitch is high. You know, BJ's had a couple of at-bats there. He wasn't very happy when he was called out on strikes the last time, but you know, you really have to treat this. You can be mad all you want or upset or whatever, but you really have to treat it as a learning experience and figure out, well, what do I have to do now to best cope with this situation?
Swing the bat.
Yeah, I mean, you can be mad and, you know, yell at the umpire, get kicked out or whatever is going to happen, but you got to figure out what you have to do to make it work for you.
As a pitcher, you stay within your game plan and
lifted toward left center field. Cole on the run. He's going to have to play the carom. Duncan's going to dig for 2 and is in there standing with a double. So we saw Upton upset, Cabrera upset with that last called strike to open this inning. So pretty soon they'll all be swinging.
Well, David Price, after throwing 3 straight pitches on the outer half away, he tries to come in, leaves it middle. Nothing surprising or special about that. A hitter put a good swing on a mistake and drilled it out into left center field.
Matt Laporta, the runner in second. Strike 1. Something extra on that one.
Yeah, and when David Price is able to work the outer third of the plate like that, from that pitch level on down, he is absolutely deadly. That is his spot. And that, well, right there. Okay, Matt Laporta gets one. David Price is saying that's a pretty good pitch. I'm sorry, but that's a strike.
Counts 1-1.
Just move on to the next one, just like he did. Nothing you can do about it.
This one drops low. 2 balls and a strike. That fastball out there, and Laporta's not going to do much with that.
Another fastball mimicking the first pitch with a good velocity.
Do you see Fox Track? All 4 of these pitches are strikes according to Fox Track.
Right.
Counts 2-2.
It's 0-4. And counting.
Swing and a miss. So Laporta's swinging.
That's not easy to do. 5 straight strikes and no foul balls.
Yeah. 7 strikeouts for Price.
He runs this one up just a little bit higher. You see Laporta going out there, not able to reach it. That beat him on velocity.
I'm telling you, that's a tough pitch. Wow, I don't know who can hit that pitch.
Not when it's away from you. That's the longest part of the swing. You got to go way out there to get it. 95, 96 miles an hour, plus it's elevated. Good luck.
Now Grady Sizemore going outside. 1 ball, no strike. Well, that pitch to Laporta up and away from him with a little hop to it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, wow.
David Price has his plus fastball, which he does tonight. There's that little bit of jump at the end. Kind of sneaks up on you and explodes. Like that.
Strike to Sizemore.
See that finish? That's what you did not see in his last start against the Marlins. The fastball didn't have that kind of finish, that kind of explosion at the end. Watch this late movement. Boom.
He's got that down and he's got it up in the strike zone tonight.
Change the eye level.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, when you've got that kind of finish on fastballs in those locations, that's when you can pitch primarily with a fastball. A ball, 2 strikes. Sizemore swings to it. Fastball at 97. He's out on strikes. So David Price strikes out the side. He gets Asdrubal Cabrera looking. Laporta swinging on a pitch away. And Sizemore overpowered at 97. Leading, let's get the answer to tonight's AT&T trivia question. Who are the 4 charter members of the American League who play continuously in one city? The answer: Cleveland, Chicago, Boston, and Detroit. Charter members of the American League. Sean Rodriguez takes that pitch. Breaking ball that stayed inside, 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball sharply hit to third. Hanahan up with it. His throw to first, and Rodriguez is retired. Sam Fuld coming up here. Braves Summer Concert Series presented by Hess Express continues tomorrow. The pop punk star Avril Lavigne performs her chart top hits, including Girlfriend and Complicated. There's a bunt by Full, barehanded by Hanahan, and the throw safe at first base. Laporta coming off the bag and toward foul territory. So Full, who hit the home run his first time up, bunts his way on this time.
Yeah, how do you defend him?
That's why he's Super Sam.
I mean, this is what we've seen, what we saw from Sam earlier in the year, just dynamic. There he lays down a nice bunt and a good effort there by Hanahan, but good speed. Throw a little bit offline. See how tough that throw is, way across his body, and Laporta, he's just trying to hang on to it.
Move to first. Full back in. The Rays picking up the bunt single. John Jaso up here. A 1-strike count. Rays with 9 hits in this game now. One and one. Toward left center field. Duncan gets over there in front of this one to make the catch. 2 gone. That'll be Ben Zobrist. Starting to stop, and a shot foul. That almost got Brian Gorman, the first base umpire. The cutter came in on Zobrist, and he couldn't keep it fair, but almost got Gorman.
This is how quick it happens. Yeah.
To first base. Rolled on that first pitch. Had bluffed to start and then stopped.
Hey!
1-1. Rays with base runners in every inning. Hits in every inning. They scored their 4 runs in the second on a pair of 2-run home runs by Kochman and Pohl. Zobrist lifts a pop to the left side. There's Drupal Cabrera back to make the catch, and the Rays are finished. We go to the 5th through 4-0 Tampa Bay.
A big day today for Jeff Neiman, the right-hander out of Rice University. It was his second bullpen session, and it went very well under the watchful eye of Jim Hickey and the rest of the staff. His buddy Wade Davis was down there watching as well. Jeff would throw 40 pitches, and everything went well. Ron Porterfield, the head athletic trainer for the Rays, is going to get together with the pitching coach Jim Hickey over the weekend sometime. They're going to start to formulate a plan for what's next. But guys, great news for Neiman. Felt good through 40 pitches. No pain in that back. Back to you.
Yeah, that's a big step in the right direction for the big right-hander. Rays looking forward to his return. We go to the 5th inning. First pitch is a strike to Carlos Santana. Rays again have Zobrist shaded up the middle, and a high pop fly short left. Rodriguez out, Fold is in from left, and Sam makes the catch. One away.
Well, David Price has been on his game tonight. The high heat. Been aggressive with that fastball again. He's had a good one. Working to both sides of the plate. Been dominant.
Austin Kearns takes a pitch down. Ball, no strikes. 2-0. Eight strikeouts tonight for David Price. But after that one, that's a strike. 2-1.
I think he meant to flip-flop those last two pitches.
And that's the ball. That's 3-1. Just want to make sure.
I got heads on this pitch.
Hot shot to short, grabbed by Rodriguez. He gets up and throws him out. A dandy play by Sean Rodriguez at shortstop.
Are you kidding me? First of all, that was a rocket. Just to be able to come up with that. And then the strong throw. I'll tell you what, you keep playing shortstop like that, this ball well struck. Look at that. My gosh. Late with the glove, up by the face. And then not only the strong arm, but how about the accuracy? Gets on you. Look at it. Beat the camera.
First pitch into hand-to-hand is a strike. Well, and so much of that play had to do, you saw the arm, but so much of that play had to do with the strength in the lower body for Rodriguez. He moves well that way. He can be quick as an infielder to get back to his feet. We've seen him at second base, how he, in the middle of a double play, for an example, he becomes somebody to contend with as a fielder in the middle of a double play because he has that great lower body strength.
Yeah, and you have to be explosive to be able to go down and to pop up that quick and throw a ball with using your legs and going hard.
Bat goes one way. It's a pop foul to third. Longoria takes care of it. Bat wound up in front of the Rays dugout. It's a 1-2-3 fifth. Another look at the play by Sean Rodriguez for out number 2. Rays lead it 4-0. think David Price has had very good stuff tonight. Great life on the fastball. Through 5 innings, he has 8 strikeouts. And he got some support. 2-run home run by Casey Kochman in the second, and a 2-run home run from Sam Cole. Rays 4 runs, 9 hits. That's the Lexus game summary. Game moving into the bottom of the 5th, and Johnny Damon fouls away the first pitch. That's a strike.
Hey, let's go. Oh, good eye, buddy.
1 ball, 1 strike. Damon, then Longoria, and Joyce due up. He did not offer. And Molino down at third base, the umpire there. 2-1.
Johnny!
Ground ball headed to short. Cabrera takes care of that. Time now to look forward at the upcoming race schedule, brought to you by Just for Men Hair Color. Indians in tomorrow. That's a 4:10 first pitch, and then 1:40 on Sunday. Then come the Texas Rangers in. As we look forward to the upcoming race schedule, you can live forward with Just for Men Hair Color. That's a strike at the knees called on Evan Longoria. We saw that shot of big game James Shields over there. He's going to start tomorrow against Carlos Carrasco. Shields looking for his 6th win tomorrow. That one just fouled outside the third base bag. 0-2.
Yeah, Wago G's been throwing the ball very well as of late. As of all year, really, outside of one game. He has been dominant, pitching deep into games. One of the best pitchers in all of baseball.
Bouncer down to third. Hanahan up with it. His throw to Laporta. A couple ground balls here, and that's 2 up, 2 down. What we've seen out of Damon and Longoria is what Tomlin's really been doing a good part of this year. But the Rays got him early when he made some bad pitches.
Yeah, that was the key. That second inning, Tomlin got a little shaky with his command. He missed some pitches out over the plate, and you know, to the Rays' credit, they did not miss them. This guy had not given up 4 earned runs all year long in any start. Gave up 4 through the first 2.
Matt Joyce 2 for 2, and our Toyota inside look. This run to take over the major league lead in hitting. 30 of 60. 30 of his last 60 at home, and he pops it up. Big league pop up. Orlando Cabrera waiting for it. He makes the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 on to inning 6. 4-0. presented by Hard Rock at Night. We go to the 6th inning. Rays have a 4-0 lead. It will be the top of the order coming up. Brantley, then Orlando Cabrera, followed by Asdrubal Cabrera. Brantley, line to left his last time on a very good play by Fold and left. First pitch is a strike. Pitch is foul, a roller. 0-2. Price. For the year, the opposition hitting .244 against him, and when you look at the breakout, lefties only 180, but right-handers .264. The differential is significant right there.
4 of those 5 are left-handed pitchers.
Into left field again. This one slicing right back to Fold, who makes the catch. One away. Well, a lot of first pitch strikes tonight by David Price. Struck out 8. He's walked 1. Allowed 2 hits. Strike. So another one, another first pitch strike. It's what, 14 out of 20 now. Line drive right back through the middle, sharply hit the fastball, and Orlando Cabrera picks up the 3rd hit tonight for Cleveland.
I'll tell you what, that ball went right back, almost the same plane that it was thrown. Watch this. I mean, this ball looks like it just bounces back right where David Price let go of it. My goodness. That is scary. Line drive up around the head. You hit. David Price had no chance to defend himself. This ball comes right back in this, almost in the, that had to be just about right where David Price released that, right through the same zone.
Now as Asdrubal Cabrera shortens on the bat. That pitch is high. 1-0.
You heard me.
Cabrera twice has struck out, caught looking in the 4th. He didn't like the call. Fouls it. It's 1-1. Boston leading Detroit in the top of the 6th, 6-2. Rays lead here 4-0. Wind into right. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Quick throw by Joyce. The Longoria comes up with in the direction of 3rd base. So Cabrera singles into right on the heels of the base hit by Orlando Cabrera. Two men on. First time the Indians have had 2 men on at the same time in an inning.
Just mislocation. Cabrera punches it out into right field.
It's Shelley Duncan. He takes ball 1. And a pitch. Looked pretty good. Duncan started the night at 233. Swing and a miss. The fastball. Duncan airs it out. But Duncan is 6 of 16 with men in scoring position. That's .375. That's a strike. 96. 1-2.
Man, reach back for a little extra on that fastball. Yeah, if you're a hitter, you're saying if he throws that pitch again, I hope he can't put it in the same spot or I'm out.
Swing and a miss. So Duncan out on strikes.
Well, the backdoor cutter.
You've seen so much of the hard stuff, and then you throw that one in there. Good luck with that. 9 strikeouts for David Price now on the night. Here's Matt Laporta. Swing and a miss. Fastball away. Laporta had trouble even getting to that pitch the last time. He struck him out on a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. He threw one up and away to him with some hop on it, and then threw one down in the strike zone with great movement on that to strike him out. He stays away with the hard stuff, and that's strike 2. It's just so tough to catch up with it out there.
And Matt Laporta, he's going after this pitch as he's looking to pull. Look at the hip go. And he may try to stay back and have to shoot one the other way now, but he's given away those first 2 pitches because he's in pull mode. David Price recognizes that, goes with the hard stuff away.
Swing and a miss. He strikes him out on 3 pitches. 10 strikeouts tonight for David Price. He strikes out Duncan on the cutter, and he strikes out Laporta on a fastball at 96. Bottom of the Checkers, feast on, and by your local Southern Ford dealers. From Tropicana Field tonight, opening game in this series against the Cleveland Indians. The 4:10 first pitch tomorrow. B.J. Upton leads off. Bottom of the 6th is underway, and that's a strike call. B.J. twice tonight has been called out on strikes and hasn't been very happy about it either time.
Now, the first one was a strike, fastball in. The second one was a slider that was off the plate. That was all.
Certainly a foul outside of third toward the bullpen. Now it's 1-2.
Well, now this is where you learn your lesson, and unfortunately, if a pitch you deem is close, you've got to let it rip. The way that Vanover's been calling this game.
And there is strike 3 call. Threw him a curveball and dropped it right in there. Wasn't much question about that one. With that, let's check in with Todd Callis.
Dwayne, as part of our Fox Sports Supports charitable initiative, we are very proud to wear these pins right here during our 2011 MLB on Sun Sports all season long to support Stand Up to Cancer and their work to fund groundbreaking research that helps accelerate treatment to patients. For more information, we want you to visit standuptocancer.org/Fox Sports. Gentlemen.
You use that term loosely, but we appreciate it. 1 strike the count to Casey Kochman. He has another hit. This one fair up the left field line. Casey will turn first and hang on with a single. Now Kochman, who homered to right in the second inning, has a base hit inside the third base bag this time.
Oh, I love that hitting by Casey Kochman. The third baseman, Hanahan, playing way off the bag, and he gets a backdoor curveball. He just plays Pepper the other way. Hanahan nowhere close to this. Look at this, just a ground ball. Not even in the picture.
There's Sean Rodriguez as Tomlin closes in on 100 pitches, and Sean fouls it right off the end of the bat. The pitch cutting away from him. Sean singled and scored in the second inning.
Tomlin's done a nice job to get this deep into the game after those first couple of innings. The pitch count out of hand. That's where Sean Rodriguez wants the ball, and you can see the reaction. Boy, when that left the hand of Tomlin, I'm thinking 2-run homer. This is a hanger, middle in. It was actually too bad of a pitch to hit. Rodriguez is like, come on, that was on a silver platter.
The 0-2 upstairs. Time Rodriguez with 2 strikes laid off. Chad Durbin down on the bullpen. 1-2. There's a long foul. Curveball, and he was way out in front. Kochman at first with 1 away.
Now here's another one. A breaking ball stays middle in. See, that's where Sean Rodriguez wants the baseball and has a lot of power. You can see the speed of the pitch got him out in front a little bit. He hit it off the end, hit it foul. They want to get it away.
Ground ball to third. Hanahan, Cabrera, and his throw to first. Will not be in time, and Laporta couldn't handle it. Kochman is out at second base with Rodriguez reaching on a fielder's choice. Well, the timing on that not ideal around second base by any means.
No, and Hanahan, you did a nice job. Watch him. He gets rid of the ball quickly. Right here, Cabrera, a little bit off balance. Then he tries to church it up a little bit. Doesn't quite get it done.
Sam Fuld. It's a strike. Sam 2 for 2 with the bunt single following his 3rd home run of the year. Over to first. Rodriguez back in. Sean 3 of 4 in the steal department. Had a stolen base washed out in the game Wednesday. That rain out against the Tigers. Sam takes that pitch for a ball. It's 1-1. Didn't appear to be call that bad a pitch right there.
That pitch was down and away, and Sam Fuld, last I checked, that's 6'5".
Takes this one for ball 2, 2-1. The Rays have scored 4. All of that came in the second inning. They've left 4 men on base tonight. And Rodriguez at first, and a move over there. Sean back in again.
Well, the Rays here have been a little stagnant offensively since that second inning, so you wonder here, 2 outs, a guy that doesn't strike out a ton. Sam Fuld will put the bat on the ball. He's swinging the bat well now and get something going.
Hot shot, line drive down to first. Laporta handles that. The Rays are finished. We go to the 7th, 4-0 Tampa Bay. We move into the 7th inning. Just a reminder, be on the lookout for the Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment coming up later in tonight's game. Grady Sizemore will begin the 7th inning. Sizemore, Santana, and then Kearns. 10 strikeouts tonight for David Price. Price at just a little over 90 pitches so far. And there is 1-0.
Dwayne, let's just move on to the next pitch. Not get frustrated.
And a broken bat. Look out. The bat right back over Price. That ball fielded by Zobrist, and Zobrist throws out Sizemore. Wow, you talk about a couple close calls. There's a broken bat that went end over end right back over David's head, and thank goodness for his quick reactions on that.
This is what's scary. This bat just shatters, and it's going to take one of those just impaling somebody. I mean, the fact that you got to be kidding me. Look at that. That is so dangerous. I mean, that bat has some hair on it. It's been shattered down at the end, so it's got a sharp edge.
I mean, that is extremely scary right there.
I mean, this is where you could really, hurt somebody. This thing, look how quick that came back with that sharp edge. It's like a a spinning javelin.
To have a line drive go right back into center the way he did earlier is one thing. That's scary.
It's part of the game
right there. But that broken bat, that is really scary.
Well, you have all these new bat companies coming in. They love the maple bats because they're harder. Well, those are the ones that splinter like that and become projectiles. You could see how, I mean, that spins it. Well, I don't even want to talk about it, but it's the, you know, those new bats, and you see it before with the ash. You know, a lot of times you get a crack in a bat, but they did not shatter
3-0.
like that.
Take a look at this in slow motion here on Foxmall.
And look at how sharp that one edge is. And it skims right off the head of David Price. And look how sharp that edge is. I mean, that's stick right in your chest.
That can do all kinds of damage you don't really even want to think about. And there's ball 4. Santana walks. Well, you couldn't blame Price for maybe walking a guy after having that bat fly at you the way it did. You got to collect yourself and go on. Let's take a look at ball 4. Okay. There it was. So Santana's at first. Austin Kearns. And the pitch is a strike. The other thing about the bats, you know, they're a little top heavy, more so than in the past. The handles tend to be thinner, so they're more prone to break.
Let's go, buddy!
They never used to break like that. They used to crack, splinter. But now, boy, you blow a guy up sometimes off the end of the bat, in on the handle, and that whole bat comes loose. You see sometimes the heads of the bat get sawed off. They'll end up in the outfield.
Down a bit. 2-1. Foul ball, big cut. It's 2-2. 1 on, 1 out.
Right there, that could have been set up by the first pitch backdoor cutter. Now all of a sudden you throw one in the same spot. Usually it's the pitch off the plate that sets up the backdoor cutter. I think this was a case of the cutter setting up the sinker that runs off the plate. Kern's not quite sure. He commits, and that ball has late run, taking it way off the plate.
Hand. He takes a strike. 0 for 2 tonight. Hanahan's one of those guys with reverse splits, lefty righty. He's facing a very tough left-hander tonight. And David Price. Upstairs. Well, Peralta busy in the bullpen. Price at the plate. It's a strike on the outside corner. Price with 11 strikeouts. That's a season's high, and the 3rd time in his career that he has struck out as many as 11. slice toward the bullpen and beyond, just out of play. Last time Price had 11 strikeouts against Arizona last year on the 26th of June. And that is strike 3 ball. Nothing Hanahan could do but take that pitch and put his bat away. 2 strikeouts, a dozen strikeouts tonight. Look at this break. 7th.
As we head into the bottom of the 7th inning, let's take a look at that pitch. David Price freezing Hanahan, front door cutter. That ball coming out of the hand looks like a fastball in. You see Hanahan give up on it. Watch this right here. Fastball in. Watch Hanahan's hands go up, derriere go back. Nope, freeze ya. That's the whole purpose of that pitch. That is beautiful.
Well, a career high 12 strikeouts. He's walked 2, 4 hits and no runs. And as we go to the Rays half of the 7th inning, a new pitcher for Cleveland. Chad Durbin will take over following Tomlin. It will be the top of the Rays order. Here's John Jaso. Pitch is outside, 1-0. Jaso 2 for 3. And Durbin's on for the 19th time. On. 1-1 to count. High fly ball, right center field. Kearns is there and he makes the catch. One away. Stop by your local Hess Express and grab your 2011 Rays pocket schedule. Includes a $5 off coupon for a pair of lower level tickets to see the Rays on Saturday nights. Hess Express, the presenting partner of the Rays 2011 Summer Concert Series here at Tropicana Field. And Zobrist fouls it away. 109 pitches for Tomlin tonight in the 6 innings he worked. Strike 2. The Rays got 10 hits, 4 runs off Tomlin, 2 home runs. And now they face Durbin. That's going to be fair. Inside the third base bag. Down beyond the bullpen. And Zobrist on his way to second with a stand-up double. So Zobrist collects his 15th double of the year.
Well, Ben Zobrist getting the idea from Casey Kochman. Little backdoor breaking ball. Let me just hammer it the other way. Keep it just inside the bag. Just slash that ball right down into the corner.
Johnny Damon, as the Rays try to pad the lead. Batting in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ball, no strikes. Damon had a base hit in the 3rd.
Johnny, good eye, man. Got your name on it.
Zobrist at second base.
Johnny, this is you.
Snap throw back, and it's into center field. Zobrist up. He's digging for 3rd. And the throw is wide. Backed up by the pitcher, Durbin. So Zobrist stops at 3rd. That's an error charged to Santana on the throw back to 2nd, allowing Zobrist to go to 3rd.
Sloppy, gentlemen, sloppy. This throw just kind of rides away from Asdrubal Cabrera. And then Brantley, not sure. I feel like they got him. The throw, even if it was a good throw, Zobrist is going to get back in there, but that ball gets out to Brantley, and then he fires it off the wall.
Infield comes in now. Next pitch is low.
Come on, Johnny, you the man, buddy.
And a strike. So the Rays with a chance now to add a run. And a foul ball back. Rays put up all 4 in the 2nd inning and no runs since then. Left a couple men on in the 3rd. Left a man on in the 4th inning and 1 in the 6th.
Come on, Johnny. This is you, buddy. Good eye.
And that's outside. Damon's on his way to 1st. Damon draws the walk. Evan Longoria will bat. Evan 0 for 3. 2 fly balls to right and the ground ball to 3rd. Indians signed Durbin late. Signed as a free agent in March this past year. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Durbin trying to see if the Rays had something cooking. They do not.
And you saw on that pitch too, Santana was setting up in on, and back out of the way now.
And Longoria pops it up. First base side foul. Laporta might have a play, and he cannot come up with it. He wasn't sure how close he was to the stands, and that ball was in the stands and caught by a fan, which means it's all fair in love and war when that ball's in the stands.
He didn't give himself a chance. He got over to the wall. You see this ball's behind him. If he finds the wall first, he had an opportunity to reach in there and outreach the fans. He just misjudged it. Takes a shoulder to the face for his efforts.
Now 1-2 to Longoria.
Well, just continue to work Evan away. Away, away, away.
a swing and a miss. He's out on strikes, and that ball cutting away from him.
Here you go, a slider that stays up in the zone. And Evan just comes up empty, gets underneath it.
Well, there's Matt Joyce. At 2 for 3. Pitch is away. Matt does have a home run off Durbin. There wasn't much doubt left when he connected in Cleveland. That was a shot. And a liner into right field. Will it hang up? That's going to drop. Base hit. The run scores. Zobrist crosses the plate. Over to third goes Damon. And Matt Joyce picks up hit number 3. 3 for 4. He makes it a 5-0 game with his 27th run batted into the year.
Yeah, well, what a difference when you have outfielders that can get after it and make catches. Austin Kearns in left and Shelley Duncan, or Austin Kearns in right, Shelley Duncan in left. Not the fleetest of foot. This ball hung up there for a long time, but Kearns not able to get to it. Rays benefit.
So it's 5-0. The Rays with a dozen hits, men at first and third. BJ. He fouls it back. That's a strike. 3 strikeouts tonight for BJ, and the 3 strikeouts have all been called third strikes. And now it's strike 2. Couple of hits, a walk in the inning. Rays have a run. And the start of a move over at first by Joyce, but he's back in. Zobrist has scored. He had doubled, and the Rays turn that into their 5th run of the night. Damon third, Joyce first. The 0-2, and a swing and a miss. Upton is out on strikes. The Rays settle for 1 run, leave 2, and they lead 5-0 through 7. The 8th, and we'll take a look at tonight's Home Depot doing more on defense, and the Rays have had great defense all year. Here's Sam Fold in left after he hit the home run. He made that great catch out there in left field. And how about Sean Rodriguez? VA, that's a great play right there.
That was a bullet going back. He had to get that glove up by the head. That was hard enough, but then how about quickly to the feet, the accurate throw with some hair on it. And Sam Fold, we've been seeing that all season long. He can go get it.
So we go to the 8th. Michael Brantley, the top of the order, is going to lead off against the new Rays pitcher, Joel Peralta. The pitch is outside. Price made 110 pitches tonight, worked 7 innings, and posted a career high 12 strikeouts. Walked 2, gave up 4 hits and no runs. Brantley lifts a popper into short left toward the line, and Fold is there waiting. That is out number 1 in the 8th. Well, starting to get a little late here on a Friday night. Where would Todd be? In the party deck.
Of course. Look at all the Juego G shirts up here. Juego G, Juego G, Juego G. Tomorrow, guys. Or actually, James Shields is pitching tomorrow. The giveaway was tonight, so everybody's celebrating the big game James t-shirts. And pregame tomorrow, 3:30, outdoors. Gate 1, Rotunda. Be there for a live pregame before the Rays take on the Indians game 2 of this 3-game series. This group's having a lot of fun. They're very polite while we were on the air, but now you guys can make some noise and go crazy. We're right. Back to you, Dwayne. BA.
All right, party on, Todd. Party on. Orlando Cabrera, 1 strike the count. Shot back into left. Fold on the run to the track. Reaches up. Got it. In line with the 370 marker. A good route for Sam Fold. At a good angle. Just kept going. Reaching up to make the catch to retire Cabrera.
You're absolutely right, Dwayne. Sam Fold, good anticipation, good jump, great angle. Look at that. Never veered from his track. Look at that. Perfect line. Stick the glove up. That's what I mean. What a difference having some guys out there that can run around and track stuff down. Save yourself a double right there.
Stamp a star on that one. Another grab by Super Sam out there. And here is Asdrubal Cabrera. Pitch is wide. 1 ball, no strikes. It's a big night for the Rays left fielder. 2 great catches and a home run. And just for good measure, a bunt.
He's covered it all. The simplest of hits, the toughest of hits, and how about some defense coming in and some defense going away.
The tale of 2 sides of the baseball, hitting and defense. 1-1 the count to Asdrubal Cabrera. Seven superb innings by David Price as Peralta works the 8th. Two and one. And a long fly ball back to right. Joyce on the track is there, and he makes the catch. Cabrera is out number 3. Bottom of the 8th coming. It's 5-0 Tampa Bay. Rays hold a 5-0 lead coming in to hit in the bottom of the 8th against Joe Smith. First pitch, Casey Kochman rolls it to second. Orlando Cabrera makes the throw to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Rays got a run off Durbin, run 2 hits, a walk and 2 strikeouts, and now it's Smith.
So let's recap. So David Price tonight, who threw the ball tremendously. You see the numbers on Joe Smith. So he's had a line drive come right back through his arm slot.
Yep.
That will scare the death out of you. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you get the flipping bat over the top of the head that grazes the top of the head, and just for good measure, the umpire chucked one out.
Yeah. He was ducking
target.
all over the place.
Right.
Yeah. And then, despite all that, he has a career-high 12 strikeout performance. Walked 2, no runs, 4 hits for his 7 innings of work.
Well, he was absolutely dominant. Aggressive again with the fastball, and he had the good one.
Yes, he did.
Getting out in front, where, at last start, everything was just, the release point a little bit off. He was out in front with that good finish, and like you said, Dwayne, that ball really had some jump at the end, some hop, some explosion into the zone.
Yeah, he had good movement up and some movement down on his pitches that were just literally, a hitter had no chance on pitches like that.
That's how you strike out 12 guys in 7 innings.
3-2 now. Sean Rodriguez wanted to see some more right-handers. Well, there's a pretty good angle on that pitch from Joe Smith.
Won't get much tougher than this.
And a soft liner into right. That's going to be caught out there by Kearns. Started to sink, and Kearns just got there to grab it. Rodriguez is the second out.
Good reach here by Kearns. Just got it. Boy, what a nice catch. Ball sinking quick.
So the bases are empty for Sam Fuld. Pitch is low. The Rays playing their 50th game of the year tonight. 2 balls, no strikes. And with a mark of 26 and 23. Running 3rd in the East. Boston leading Detroit in the 9th 6-2. New York plays at Seattle tonight. Pounding ball foul. A 2-2 count. Shot foul into the stands, third base side. Pitch away. 3-2. Ground ball, that's headed to second base. Cabrera makes this play, and it's 1-2-3 in the 8th for the Rays. We go to the 9th, 5-0 Tampa Bay. By Hard Rock at Night. Here at Tropicana Field, the Rays put 4 up in the second inning. Another run in the 7th. They lead 5-0. And Adam Russell, who last worked on the 21st against Florida, will enter the game here, making his 18th appearance. He'll face Shelley Duncan to lead it off. This pitch is a strike.
Low heat.
Yeah, 95.
Keep it right there. This will be a quick inning.
One and one. Russell faced one hitter in that outing against the Florida Marlins Saturday, and he reached on an error. Ball, 2 strikes. The Rays had that lead early, and with David Price on the hill, he was dominant tonight. We had a good situation here in the top of the 9th inning, trying to win the first game of this series and the homestand. The Indians sporting the best record in baseball, and then the Texas Rangers, who started the day in first place in the AL West, will follow the Indians in here.
Yeah, this is a good test for the Rays and a wake-up call. 2 quality teams come in just as you're trying to get your feet back under you at home. Got to be ready to play.
Full count. Foul ball. That's headed for the seats. So we'll have to make another 3-2 pitch. Duncan up here with Laporta due next, and then Sizemore. Ground ball, third base. Evan Longoria's throw, picked by Kochman. 1 away. This week, Fox Saturday Baseball back in prime time. Joey Votto and the Reds head to Atlanta to take on Brian McCann and the Braves. This week's telecast of Fox Saturday Baseball in prime time begins at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Matt Laporta looks at a strike. Two. Laporta called out in the second.
Yep.
Missed a fastball for strike 3 in the 4th. Missed a fastball for strike 3 in the 6th inning. 2 strikes to count against Russell. For the 4th time.
I'll tell you what, Adam Russell has come in here and thrown the ball extremely well. He's staying within his delivery, his command much better than you've seen in the past. He's pounding the zone. This one not exactly where he wanted it, but he can afford to be aggressive with the big lead and with the big velocity. He's just trying to put Laporta away, and he does. But Adam Russell's looked impressive. First two hitters here.
Now he faces Grady Sizemore. Sizemore twice has struck out. Broke his bat in the 7th inning when he grounded to second. And that bat wound up helicoptering right over David Price on the mound. Two and 0. Pitch. There's a strike. Tigers aren't going down without a fight against the Red Sox. They're in the bottom of the 9th. Papelbon on for Boston, and the Tigers have scored a run, and they have a man at second base with 1 out. That's 6-3 Boston right now. Ground ball to short, picked up by Rodriguez, and this one is over. It belongs to the Rays. 1-2-3. Go the Cleveland Indians here in the 9th, and a combination shutout by Price, Peralta, and Russell as the Rays win this one 5-0. Their 27th win of the year gets them back on the winning side of the ledger after dropping their last 2. And for the Cleveland Ball Club, the Indians have now dropped 3 in a row. So the Rays open the homestand on a very positive note, getting a great pitching performance from David Price, Peralta, and Russell. And we'll take a look at tonight's Miller Lite Taste Greatness moment. Sam pulled with a very full night. He homered down the right field line in the 2nd. That capped a 4-run inning. Started his way on in the 4th as he went 2 for 4 at the plate and made 2 outstanding defensive plays. In the 3rd, Michael Brantley's sinking liner into left, grabbed by full speed ahead, and then racing into left center field to make his 2nd great catch of the night on the ball hit by Orlando Cabrera. As the Rays are 5-0 winners tonight. Todd Callis is on the field with Super Sam right now.
Dwayne, I appreciate it. Sam, in that series in Detroit, especially that one game, you hit the ball hard 4 times, didn't get any hits for it. Easily could have gone 3 for 4, 4 for 4. Did you feel like that was kind of the start of things turning around for you?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely felt better at the plate in Detroit. And, I mean, you just kind of have to accept that that's part of the game. You're going to have some hard hit balls for outs. And, you know, over the course of a long season, that stuff's going to even out.
I know the boys talk about, Joe and Derek Shelton talk about keeping the ball out of the air, except for when it goes over the wall. For your first hit, what was that pitch, and do you think you had it when you hit it?
Yeah, just a fastball down and in. I don't know. I definitely hit it in the right part of the park. You know, can't hit a homer that, you know, a lot shorter than that. But I didn't know if it was enough to get out of there. I mean, I was looking to go 3, you know, but every now and then I sneak one out of there.
And then the very next at bat after the home run, you sneak a little butt on them, huh? You're going to try and incorporate that a little more?
Yeah, I mean, it's something I've been working on. I haven't had great success with it thus far this year, but yeah, I've been working on it, just trying different things. And you know, after hitting a homer, you get a little less pressure to get it down, and I think that's the key, is just to be loose and confident up there. 2
very, very good plays defensively tonight, one of them against the lefty. When David Price is throwing as well as he is tonight, do you almost start thinking against the lefty you may get some action and cheat a little bit?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I'm way over in the line with most of those lefties. I mean, a guy throwing 96 with movement, you're going to have a lot of lefties late on that ball. So I'm definitely creeping over to that line and usually in as well.
I know the fans showed appreciation after that catch, and before the game, the rest of the team showed their appreciation. Did you notice all the guys wearing these Super Sam capes? We're going to take a look at it right now. I think Matt Joyce, Johnny Damon, there you go.
Wow, I did not see that. I think Joyce needs to work on his diving there. Yeah.
Pretty cool, though, huh? The guys really embracing the giveaway on Sunday. And then we get one guy wearing it as a bib, Big Adam Russell.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I like about it, is you can either you can put it on your back, and if you want to cut your mullet, you're fine, or you can put it out front and, you know, eat lobster or something like that. So
there you go, Sam. Multi-purpose, the giveaway item on Sunday. Sam, thank you very much. All right, guys, Sam Fold, a couple great catches, and a butt and a home run. Back up to you.
All right, tonight, Sam's full, a multi-threat offensively and defensively. Rays win it